the government's coronavirus budget. Today, in this video, we're going to analyze what that means for your business and how it can help your business to get through this epidemic. Hey guys, welcome back. Now look, I'm wearing my uniform today for one of our brands that I think is going to be hugely affected by the coronavirus budget. Yes, we are a business that relies on consumers to come indoors to our businesses, and the government have understood that hotels, leisure, hospitality, cafes, restaurants, cinemas are all going to be hugely affected by this epidemic. It's actually been called an epidemic right now. What does that mean? Well, they put out an emergency budget to really understand how they can help businesses through this, but they've recognized that this is going to be a very tough time for businesses. So I've pulled out what I think is the essential parts of the budget, and I'm going to share them with you right now. Now, let me be clear, there's some things in there that I was really hoping they would put into the budget. So I was hoping that they was going to really generate cash flow for businesses. You know, in the UK, we pay so much tax on turnover, and that's what hurts our cash flow. Then when you actually make a profit, you don't have to pay much over. You know, 19% corporation tax in the UK right now. That's great. But what we really want is relief on tax on turnover. So what does that mean? Insurance premium tax, national insurance contributions, VAT is the big one. And I was really looking for in the budget that they was going to reduce VAT, because that would really drive cash flow back into businesses. Now, Gordon Brown, a previous chancellor, done that in 2008, 2009 after the crisis, reduced VAT down to 15%. I can remember this business that I own really benefited from that. There was more cash flow around, so we could pay staff and navigate through the storm. But they have done some good things. Now, some of the detail hasn't fully come out yet. We're making this video the day after the budget. But one of the big things I think could help your business is the up to £1.2 million worth of funding via loans from banks. And here's the crucial thing: the government and the Bank of England are really trying to loosen what they call fiscal policy. So they're loosening the rules for banks to lend money to businesses. So usually banks are security-backed lenders. There has to be some security in the background for them to lend the money. So you want to build a business, you need £1 million to do it. You need to have assets that are worth more than £1 million for the bank to be securely backed. Now, what the government are saying is we'll be the security for up to 80%. So if the bank lends a business £1 million, the government will say we will secure 800,000 of that, so the bank's risk is only 200,000. Now, they're usually taking that risk anyway to a certain level in most lending situations. So that's great news that the fluidity of cash over the next year should be getting to businesses. They've also released fiscal policy rules on how much money banks have got to keep on their balance sheets when they lend to businesses. So that's really good news. So if you're a business and you're going to need funding to help you with cash flow, the government are backing that to banks. The second most important part of the budget that I think can really help people instantly is time to pay measures with Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. So if you've got a VAT bill and all of a sudden your income's turned off, you could essentially use some of the cash that your business is generating or the bills that your business owes HMRC to fund the business, and arrange for time to pay arrangements with HMRC. Now, don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean you can't not pay the money. It's just giving you time to pay it to HMRC. You know, seriously, what, you know, like for a business like us, some months our payroll goes from 300 to £500,000 a month, depending on the month of the year it is. The worry is, how do you pay people if literally people are not even allowed to come to you? Because we could be in a situation like Italy very soon where customers are not even allowed to trade with you because the government said, nope, you're not allowed to have anyone come into your businesses. I mean, as I'm saying that to you, I actually worry about saying that this really could happen. So cash flow protection is the aim of the game. We're in a situation now, guys, where we shouldn't be panicking, we should be planning. So no panicking, start planning. So call HMRC, call them as soon as you can, even before you hit the problems. Now, here's what the Chancellor said. He said he has put funding and measures in place to employ 2,000 people on the phones at HMRC to support businesses. So if you are starting to see the impact, and I believe that our business is starting to see the impact, it's going to get worse over the next weeks and months. It's time to call HMRC beforehand. Plan, don't panic. Don't wait till it's there. Give them a call and say, how can you help me? Because he promised in his budget that HMRC are going to do time to pay with no interest and no penalties to help businesses get through this. Guys, remember, it's time to plan, not panic. Call HMRC. Now, with the last two examples that I've given you, that's all about protecting cash flow, but you're going to have to pay it back at some point. If you're going to take a business loan out or delay a repayment to HMRC, eventually you're going to have to catch up and you're going to have cash flow problems down the line. But there was a brilliant method that the Chancellor put in that will actually save you cash flow, and that's a business rates pause for the next financial year. Now, look, I've read some documentation that says it's under 51,000, it's over 51,000, but if your business rates in leisure, hospitality, hotels, guest houses, check it out. Look on the HMRC website or on the government website and read the budget report that's come out this morning as I'm making this. But if your business is under 51,000 rateable value, but I've read somewhere if it's over 51,000, it's now included as well. Who knows? I mean, I think they've just put so much stuff out there that they haven't really checked their facts yet. So go and check it out. But you'd have no business rates for a whole year. Now, if that happened in my business, that would inject £600,000 worth of cash. So the cash flow that I'm going to lose over the next 4 weeks, I'll be able to claw back hopefully in the next 12 months. So look out for those business rates holidays. Now, if you think you're eligible, my advice to you is cancel all the standing orders that you're paying to your business rates to your local council and send them the documentation that you've done this because you've read this. And if they come back to you and argue about it, then you need to talk to them. But do it straight away because you want to protect cash flow in your business. Let's go. Biggest worry for business owners is how they're going to pay their staff if they go off sick. It's a big burden of a cash flow drain. Now, so if you've got 100 staff and one goes off sick, yeah, maybe you can cover it. But what if you've got 100 staff and 70 go off sick and your cash flow stops coming in? Well, great news. The government have said that they're going to cover sick pay for 14 days if you employ fewer than 250 people. Now, I do employ 500 people across 7 companies. So the great news for me is none of those companies employ over 250 people. So sick pay is covered for the first 14 days. This is great news for SMEs because that means if they have to pay sick pay, they'll get the money back from the government, which again will improve their cash flow. I thought I'd put this one in because I wanted to tell you about Entrepreneurs Relief. If you don't know what Entrepreneurs Relief is, it's a great thing for serious entrepreneurs. If you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, you build a business from scratch and then one day you sell it for £10 million, you're only going to pay 10% tax. That's called Entrepreneurs Relief. That £10 million is for your lifetime. That's now been reduced to £1 million. So the budget, the Chancellor brought that out in the budget that now you've only got £1 million worth of Entrepreneurs Relief over your lifetime. Hey, if you're selling your business and you sell it for millions of pounds, you're now going to be paying the 20% rate. I think this is really interesting though. He said any of those savings that the government makes from that, they'll be putting back into the businesses through an increase in R&D. That's gone from 12 to 13%. So if you claim R&D, that's research and development relief, and you get rebates on that like our business does, that's increased by a percentage point. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Let's go. Guys, they're my quick takeaways from the budget. Now, if you want to listen to it in full, I've done an hour's podcast with an accountant, with JB, my managing director for my training company, and we discussed it for an hour. You can get that, James Sinclair's business broadcast. You can get that on all good podcast platforms and also on the James Sinclair's podcast show on YouTube. All the links and stuff we'll put in the description. But I just wanted to tell you this. Look, if you're a business owner and you're still open, you're still trading, the government haven't forced you to close, it's imperative that you market to people that you're still open and you're still trading, because my big belief is there's going to be loads of consumers around the UK that are just naturally thinking, oh, that business won't be open, we won't be trading with them. If you're a takeaway pizza company, blooming market that you're still open and you're still delivering pizzas. If you're a restaurant and you're still open, market that you're still open. Tell people that you're open and you're trading, because people can be going into these situations just not thinking businesses are open and trading. So let people know you're trading. I think that will really see just some benefit to your business. The whole aim of the game of this video is to create cash flow. Guys, you're going to have to put profit to the side for one moment, because this is not the 2020 you thought it was going to be. It just isn't. This is different. This is new. This is unusual. So it's about protecting cash flow. What measures can you put in place to protect the cash flow in your business? Because keeping the cash flowing keeps the business going. Profit we'll deal with in a month. Try and protect your cash flow with all costs that you can. I'm James Sinclair. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you know any other business owners that will benefit from this business, that's why this video, that's why we exist. We exist to help people grow their business. Watch this video right here because it's around the similar subjects of the coronavirus, so we can help grow your business. See you real soon. Bye-bye.